To understand the horrors of nuclear weapons, we must look back 80 years in history. Only twice have these weapons been used in war on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. In just those two bombings, over 200,000 people lost their lives. Thousands who survived were left with lifelong physical and psychological scars. Standing in 2025, the world still holds over 12,000 nuclear warheads. This means the possibility of their use is not out of the question. So, it's essential to understand what might happen if such a catastrophe ever occurs. Let's imagine a 1 megaton nuclear bomb is detonated. That's about 80 times more powerful than a little boy dropped on Hiroshima. And even so, some modern nuclear weapons are much more powerful. This is considered moderate in comparison. The first impact will be light and heat. The flash and heat would be so intense that even people 20 kilometers away might experience temporary blindness for several minutes. If it's nighttime, that distance could stretch up to 85 kilometers. At 11 kilometers, people might suffer light burns. Within 8 kilometers, the skin could melt off. However, this depends on factors like weather, clothing, color, surrounding buildings, or vegetation. But for those near the epicenter, none of that would matter. That is because the temperature at the center of the blast would reach nearly 100 million degrees Celsius, 5 times hotter than the core of the sun. Such heat can instantly vaporize a human body, reducing it to carbon or even basic particles. Next comes the second blow, the blast wave. The explosion creates a massive pressure wave in all directions. This sudden change in pressure would collapse buildings within a 6-kilometer radius, with wind speeds reaching up to 255 kilometers per hour. And if someone survives all that, they would still face the deadly threat of radiation. Hiroshima and Nagasaki bombs were detonated above ground, which reduced radioactive fallout. But if a bomb explodes on land, the outcome would be much worse. Radioactive dust and debris would spread through the air. If inhaled or absorbed into the body, they could cause cancer, internal organ damage, and even genetic mutations for future generations. A 2019 study stated that a full-scale nuclear war between the US and Russia could push the world into a nuclear winter. Smoke and ash will block sunlight, leading to a global food crisis and famine. Another recent study found traces of radioactive carbon from nuclear tests deep in the Mariana Trench, the deepest part of the Earth's ocean. Everything mentioned here is not science fiction. This is harsh reality. We are fortunate that the world hasn't yet faced such an apocalyptic nuclear war. But what the future holds, no one can say for sure.